Hey, what's up, guys? Welcome to another Battlefield 3 commentary, and I hope all you guys out there are enjoying your nice Friday, because I know all of you guys out there who go to school, who go to work, you love Fridays because it's the end of the week. You get to relax for 2 days, or if you have like a 3-day weekend, a 4-day weekend, or hell, if you have vacation next week or whatever, you get some nice relaxation time, and that's always good, because work and school can definitely be stressful, it can be annoying, and it can be tiring all at the same time. But anyways, this is gonna be on a topic. And this topic is going to be video games and violence, pretty much. And it's ironic because there's going to be a topic over gameplay of me shooting people. But anyways, a lot of, ever since these shootings have been happening, the thought of blaming video games for, blaming video games on violence, saying that more violence is happening because of video games and stuff like that, the thought of that has been more present in the world. I've seen it on multiple news channels. Now they're all saying, oh, we got to do something about these video games, we got to ban violent video games and shit like that. And it's just, I think that's just stupid. It's stupid to try to blame video games on an issue that has been around since before video games were created. That makes no sense. It makes no sense whatsoever. I'm pretty sure before guns were made, some guy went on some sword stabbing spree, with bow and arrow. Some guy probably went nuts with his bow and arrow and just started, shooting at people with his bow and arrows. Before bow and arrows and swords were made, some caveman went crazy with his rock and started throwing rocks at everybody. And I know that sounds silly, but it's true. Violence didn't just, pop out of nowhere as soon as video games were made. And to say that video games heavily influences people is ridiculous, because there are so many people out there who play video games, and violent video games at that, like Call of Duty, GTA, Battlefield 3, any video games that has to do with shooting people and stuff like that. There's so many people out there that play those games that if video games were to blame for all this violence, there'd be so much more freaking violence. There'd be a school shooting every freaking day in every freaking school, and it'd be like that. And it's stupid to blame video games, to blame violence on video games. And if you're gonna do that, you might as well blame obesity on Food Networks and shows, or you could also blame it on Oprah, because fat bitches love Oprah. No, I'm just kidding. But it's the same thing as blaming obesity on Food Networks and shows, saying that, oh, because they're cooking on TV, people will go out there and start eating themselves to death. That makes no sense, Society always tries to blame everything but itself. When something goes wrong, they want to point the blame to this or point the blame to that, or maybe this is the issue, instead of saying, you know what, maybe we're the issue. Maybe there's something wrong with us, maybe the mental health care, shit like that, isn't very good, and a lot of people always ask me what are my stance on gun control and stuff like that. You're not gonna stop violence by banning guns, because newsflash, criminals don't give a fuck about the law. It's not like they're gonna say, well, gee, guns are banned, I'm not gonna go try to get one now because they're banned. A criminal, the majority of criminals, by the way, get their guns illegally. They don't even get them legally. They get them illegally. So by banning guns, you're not going to really stop anything. Do I agree that there should be some more gun control? Yeah, but have it so that it's balanced, Don't completely take away the guns, but don't just, completely let them be sold at random stores. And by the way, some people think that you could just walk into a Walmart and say, today I feel like buying an M249 saw with 1,000 rounds and a nice bipod and shit like that. And the lady at Walmart's gonna be like, okay, sir, that's gonna be $1,000. Have a nice day. Enjoy your M249 saw with these 1,000 rounds and a bipod. People think in America, that's just the way it works. You walk into a Walmart, you feel like buying a freaking bomb, and you buy a bomb. That's not the way it works. It's much more difficult than that. In some states, it's easier to get weapons than in other states. And that's just the way it is. Like in New York City, gun control is very strict. If I wanted to get a gun, or if I wanted to even... First of all, you don't get a gun before you get a license to carry a gun. That's plain and simple. If I wanted to even try to get a license, first, I have to fill out documentations and paperwork. Secondly, I have to pay fees. There's over $400 in fees that I have to pay. And then on top of that, I could be denied the right to carry a gun because they think that my character, like my characteristics as a person, like if they think that I'm not the type of person that should be carrying a gun, they could just deny me. And I don't even get that $400+ back. And, you know, after that, then you have to take classes and shit like that. Gun control in New York City and in the 99% of cities out there is very strict. The thing that makes gun violence more present is the sale of illegal firearms and stuff like that. Illegal sales of firearms. And that's where the issue is at. But it's like to just try to blame video games on violence and try to just, you know, blame guns on violence and everything like that. It doesn't really make sense, you know. Do video games sometimes influence some people to commit violent acts? Of course, you know, I'm not going to say that video games are at 0% fault, but to just blame video games completely is ridiculous. And that goes the same thing with guns and everything like that. It's like blaming obesity on Food Networks or shows, or like blaming obesity on spoons and forks and knives. You know, and I'm pretty sure if they got all the guns off the street, somebody who wants to do something very bad will still do something very bad. They're going to grab their kitchen knife or a butter knife and go around stabbing people. And I don't know about you, but I'd rather get shot one time in the head than get stabbed to death. That's just the way it is. And if someone is weak enough to let video games or any type of entertainment influence them to the point where they go out and commit a violent act, such as shooting somebody, stabbing somebody, no matter what it can be, they are the issue themselves, not the form of entertainment that they watch. They are the issue because they are so weak-minded to allow this influence to influence them in a negative way. So they are the issue. And Obama is going to be spending $10 million, by the way, on research linking video games to violence, or on research trying to link video games to violence. You know what? Give me the $10 million, and I'll do the fucking research for you and just call you an idiot. Plain and simple. Because that's just a waste of $10 million right there. Put that $10 million to something of better use, and, you know, that'd be better for everybody. But that's my thoughts and opinions on this whole video games and violence, and I gave a little bit of my thoughts and opinions on gun control and shit like that. I think everybody just needs to chill out, relax, calm down. Am I saying to just, you know, be like, a shooting happened today. I don't care. No, but everybody freaking out and panicking isn't going to help anything. It's like in a situation of an emergency. If you start, like let's say you're in the water, right? You're in some sort of, like, ocean or pool or whatever, and you start feeling like you're going to drown. If you start panicking, guess what? Your ass is going to drown. You're going to be, you know, that floating on the sea, on the water dead. But if you take an approach, and I know, like, you know, it's not easy. I know that you're not going to just be like, oh my god, I feel like I'm drowning. I'm just going to calm down and not drown. I know it's not that easy. But if you strive to take a more calm approach, you won't drown. So that's the same thing that we got to do here. We got to be calm. We got to relax. You know, people can't be shouting at each other in a debate. You know, you got to come together and try to just create a plan and execute that plan, and hopefully everything will work out for the best. I think that's what needs to be done. And if nobody wants to do it, then fuck it. You know, shit hits the fan. We're not going to have enough toilet paper to wipe our asses after the shit hits the fan. So, I hope you guys enjoyed this commentary. And if you did, click that like button, favorite this video, subscribe to my channel if you're new here. Until next time, guys, peace.